Hi there, it's Vitaly here. I'm the founder and CEO at Dynamiq, and today I'm going to show you how to build an agentic RAG application that works on top of a Milvus vector database and also Apache Iceberg. So it can pull the data from both sources and provide an answer based on the information it retrieved. So to start with, what we're going to do is we're going to create our knowledge base for unstructured data. So here what we'll need to do is to come up with a name of this knowledge base. We can specify parameters like how we want the documents that will be ingested into this knowledge base, how they will be chunked and splitted, what kind of embedding model will we use, and we can use something like watsonx slate embedding models. And then here we can also specify our Milvus VectorDB connection. I've already created the connection to my Milvus running on watsonx, and we just need to write to give it a name, and basically the index will be auto-created. If you want to bring your own keys, you can do this here by pressing new connection, and then it will allow you to add this. And we can go back. I already actually created an HR knowledge base that we'll be using. So you can start uploading files manually just by clicking this button locally from your computer, and you can also connect Google Drive, and this is what I've done as well, where you can select, let's say, a Google Drive connection, and then you'll be able to pull the files like every 5 minutes. They will be synced into your VectorDB. And you can also connect any data source programmatically, so push these files programmatically to this endpoint if you have lots of them laying somewhere else. And what's going to happen, these files will be pre-processed, chunked, vectorized, and then stored into Milvus. So now that we have some files ready, we can go ahead and create a workflow, an agentic workflow that will be combining both like Milvus and Iceberg. So for that, we'll use React agent that will drop here, connect this input, and the output of the agent was the output node. And what we'll do, we'll use watsonx llama model. So let's go for llama 3.3, 70 billion as our brain of our agent. Then what we'll do here, we'll add several tools that this agent has access to. And first one will be a knowledge base retriever. So this tool allows an agent to interact with the knowledge base that we've just created. In this case, this HR knowledge base, where we can set parameters like what knowledge base to query, how many documents to retrieve, whether to enable or disable hybrid search, and a description of this tool so agent knows when to use it. So that's when it comes to the unstructured data that we've just connected through Google Drive and uploaded some PDFs manually. Now, in order to connect to Iceberg, what we'll do is we'll add another tool, which is SQL Executor. And this SQL Executor allows us to connect to any SQL-like database. And I've already connected my Iceberg instance here. And we give this tool a description. In fact, this agent will use this description to actually understand when to actually trigger this tool, and then the query will leave empty because the agent will actually try to create the query based on the question that comes in. So we don't need to specify a hard-coded query. The agent will be able to actually come up with its own query. And then here we can expand on the role of this agent, saying so we can also configure agentic memory if we want. So this agent will actually remember conversations with specific users and bring back that context when needed. So we can also now test and see how does it perform. So now this agent does the reasoning part, tries to understand the query, tries to understand which tools it has access to, and which one of them it should actually trigger, and with which parameters to run them. So now we can see that the agent actually performed several times the search over the knowledge base. It pulled together. So we can actually see how the agent was thinking, like how did it arrive to the final result, and how long did it take. So now when we're ready, we can actually save this this agent and deploy it. So now when it's deployed, this agent becomes an API endpoint, which we can integrate into our front end or back end and start using it in production. So hope that was helpful. That's how you can easily create agentic RAG application on top of your structured and unstructured data using Milvus and Apache Iceberg.